I've started to notice in my time in the entheogenic space as it exists now is us in terms of when I say Black people, I mean Black people, but I also mean people of color. Like you know,
that's who I represent, man, all day, every day.
But I've noticed that when I'm looking around in the space, that we're the sauce. Like we got the sauce in the space when it comes to people that folks want to be associated with, be it indigenous healers or song or dance or sitters or guides. People are drawn to us just for our natural ancestral energy, I believe. People are drawn to a lot of those other organizations. We talk about MAPS and whatever, they're doing their thing, but they have the money. And that's what makes them who they are. That's what makes them relevant in the space. But in terms of being connected and tuned in, I see us leading that way. And I think that in the entheogenic space, we have a unique advantage because people can't shut that down. You know, there's no way to get around following the leader in terms of our connection to ancestry and our connection to energy and our connection to ceremony. You know, when you see these white folks down in South America doing ayahuasca ceremonies, or you see white folks in West Africa leading iboga ceremonies, it don't even feel right. And everybody knows it. If you talk to them amongst themselves and they're being honest, they'll tell you it don't feel right.
I feel
you. And so to your point of we're not asking for shit. When I started this organization, Oakland Hyphae, for testing, I'm not a scientist. But I think from the perspective of a person that understands how the street works and understands how mushroom works. And so even though I'm not a scientist, I've pushed forward with the science in a way that even folks that have a science background and they want to kind of come and compete with me in the space, they can't, because of the sauce that I bring to that scientific space. I think the same with you. You could get up, you're intelligent enough to get up and give a college level presentation to any of these folks. But the sauce, the stuff that's in here, like the energy that draws you to want history also gives you a unique perspective that they don't have. You know, it's not that they don't know that we have indigenous medicine there, it's that they were never drawn to it. Yeah. You're drawn to it. And I guarantee you this space that you're talking about, it shouldn't be the wild, wild west, and it shouldn't be an unexplored frontier, but it is. And they're gonna fuck with you because you bringing that sauce to the table.
I feel you, bro.
So I don't know if you can feel what I'm talking about, but I just feel like we're natural leaders in this space. And so whatever the fuck we want to do, you know, you wanted to get on your history shit and you went and it worked. You know, it worked. I wanted to get on my science shit and decided I was going to do it, and it's working.
That's right, man. It's like I apply to any industry, any field, where we've not been given the opportunity from the gate to be involved. But once we get in through the gate, we bust the gate open and we bring a bag load of people through with us, whether that's been sports, music, golf, tennis, you name it. Once you give us the opportunity, like we shine, man, we shine. We've got no other, and it's not like we're trying to shine, it's just like we shine, that's what we do. So I'm sure that there's many people that there's more people that appreciate that I've engaged with than that don't outside of my own community. They're just like, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Like, as you said, there's a big gap. There is a big gap. There's an underrepresentation. Or if you want to come from that diversity perspective, like they don't know that. But then when we come in and do our thing, it's like, whatever we do, however we do it, we got swag, man. We got swag. You know what I'm saying? We got swag. We got that sauce, as you said, man. So yeah, man, I appreciate myself, my being, coming from where I came from, which is the streets, bro. I got that street hustle in me. That's where my swag and lingo and everything comes from. But I know how to spin it and deliver it in other ways so that any and everybody can engage in it, And I'm not creating the barriers, you know what I'm saying? I know that I'm breaking down barriers. So although I come out and I represent Africa, I've got Indian people, Chinese people, you know, from all of the continents saying, yo, you're inspiring me to go check out my own shit now. Because I was going down that path of watching what was being presented all the time. Now I've got even European people say, yeah, man, because I was trying to be that Peruvian, you know, I was trying to be Peruvian and I'm English. Let me go check out my English ancestry and lineage and check out where I come from. Like, yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I know the butterfly effect is doing, man.
It's what you bring to the table is much needed. I saw, to your point, I saw a white boy put up something on IG saying, yo, Darren has inspired me to get into my Irish roots. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go, bro. There you go, man.
So you're on Clubhouse now, right?
Yeah. I'm on there now, man.
They've been begging me to get on Clubhouse, but there's something about hopping on the phone, just talking about it all that just I'm old school in that way. So what do you think about Clubhouse and how's it working for you? Like, should I do it?
All right, so I'm coming from where you're coming from, bro. It's taken me months to get on Clubhouse. I've had more than a handful of people, 2 hands, you know, saying, when are you gonna get on Clubhouse? We got this for you, we got that for you, you know, or just sign up, here's the invitation. And I'm like, I told people all the time, bro, I'm the worst when it comes to this. Like, I just about answer the text messages and all that from the people who I care about, you know what I'm saying? So I struggle with social media, you know. It may look like I'm doing some stuff, but it's all being scheduled, and I've got my children supporting me and making it happen, you know what I'm saying? So
oh wow.
When it came
big up to them.
Yeah, man. When it came to Clubhouse now, in all essence, bro, it was, you know, 2 people that triggered me, man. And that was Mycelial, so give her a shout out. That's Kalindi's daughter, and Oyi's son, man. And Oyi's son's the worst, isn't it? When I say that, he's knocking, he's like, yo, bro, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? You need to, man? I'm like, bro, I'm trying to explain to him that I just feel so uncomfortable doing all of that, man. It's just not what I do. And then it was just one evening, bro, he sold it to me, innit? So he pitched, he sold it to me, and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna commit to downloading the app. I'm gonna commit to that. Yeah. And he goes, and from there, just listen in, just check it out. And I didn't, bro. I didn't. And when he was like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I still ain't really checked it out, you know? And then he was on to me again. He goes, I told you what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you a welcoming party. Like, and that's an introduction of how to use Clubhouse, and we're gonna do this thing for you. And I was like, all right, cool. So I done that, bro. It was well received, and I got good energy from it. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And then I've basically been on there 3 times. You know, so I'm still working it out and gauging, you know, the viability of it all. But I can say this: when I did attend the welcoming party, then he done a follow-up network thing that I was a part of. And then the same guy who you made reference to, Ankara, his name is, I believe. He's the one who put up the Celtic quote. You know, I'm checking out my Celtic history. He's actually based in the States, but it was him after I done.
Yeah, he's here in California.
Yeah, when I done the Oyi Sun session, he was like, "Yo, I want to get you in my room." I was like, is this how it works? And I told the truth. I told Oyi, like, I'm not gonna be frequent, bro. I can tell you that now. I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna pop in and pop out. But I'm saying that to say that I got blessings from it, man. You know, there's people that, you know, hollered me the next day, people that were coming through to the talk that I had following on from that, saying, yo, I heard you on Clubhouse, man, so I'm gonna buy a ticket for your event now. And I was like, okay, I saw multiple benefits from it. So I'm still yet to get my head around it all and use it to its full advantage. But yeah, even, you know, people are saying, yeah, man, how and what was presented on Clubhouse is what got them to follow me on Instagram, or was what got them to buy a ticket to my event. So, you know, I can't knock that at all, man. I can't knock that at all. So yeah, bro, as and when you're ready, man, just join in, you know. You can hop in and out as you feel, I can tell you, as somebody told me, they goes, oh, you killed it that night, man. And they just says, be careful, because loads of people invite you and you'll be spending a lot of time on there. And I'll be like, nah, I respected that, but I'm like, I can easily put this phone down and just not be, you know, not engage in that, because it's just not really my world, bro. It's not my world like that, man. Yeah. But to me, seasonally, I can see where I could take advantage of it rather than it taking advantage of me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to figure out how to make it work for me. Oyi, the conversation that you outlining right there with you and Oyi is the same. If he sees this, he will tell you he's had the same exact conversation with me, bro. What you waiting on?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, oh yeah, I got to get an iPhone. I don't have an iPhone, and so I have to get an iPhone to make this happen, which is another reason why I'm foot dragging.
All right.
I'm gonna keep asking you questions because I got a
We're
bunch
on
of questions.
We gotta flip this soon, though, bro. We gotta flip this soon, man, because this is about you.
All right. So this is my last one. All right. Well, this is a good transition. So testing. Testing is something that I've had a lot of success in. I've had 2 rounds of testing, and what it's turning into is a stamp of approval amongst cultivators. You know, people are reaching out, hey, can you test this? Can you test this? Because even if they're toward the bottom of the list, they're still on the list. And so if people hit them up, hey, what do you got? I know some people that use my test results as a menu. So, okay, I have this, because people always want to know the potency. So even if I didn't test their strain, they use it as a strain guide. I also know cultivators that use my potency results to price their cultivars. When they're selling them. I saw this, and I know that cultivators, and I'm saying this because I know that you're a cultivator, we're proud of our work. You know, as much as we say ego death, well, we proud of our work. You know, we want other people to be proud of our work. And so next month, I'm rolling out what I'm calling, I was going to call it the Psilocybin Cup, but somebody bought the domain. So we're going to call it the Hyphae Cup. And it's going to compete with the Emerald Cup or the Cannabis Cup, but it's going to be online. The gist of this cup is going to be, it's going to be invite only for safety reasons, because I can't have the powers that be knowing how I collect my samples, this, that, and the third. So it's going to be invite only. People are going to have to pay a small entry fee because I got to pay these scientists, and I got to pay for equipment. So it's going to be a small fee, but most of these people can handle it. And I'm going to put 50 I anticipate 50 entries. I'm going to put 50 entries out on 420 leading up to 420. And this is where you come in, unless you want to submit a sample. This is where you come in. I'm going to have 3 days of speakers. So on 417, I'm going to have 2 sets of speakers, or 2 panels. 418, 2 panels. 419, 2 panels. And then on 420, I'm going to put the results out for people to enjoy. And that's going to be the cup. Now, knowing that you organize events, or that's what, at least when and looking and my research on who you are and what you do, organizing events is something that you say you do. Do you have any suggestions for a person trying to organize something that I hope is going to be epic, but it's going to be completely online, like the Hyphae Cup?
Yeah, man, I do, bro. I've definitely got experience, you know what I'm saying? And in this current climate, everything's pretty much gone online. My work's gone online, and my lifestyle has pretty much gone online, where it used to be a tangible workshop, tangible events that I was putting on. So what I'll say, bro, what I like to do is, let's deal with that privately. Yeah. And that's a commitment I've got to you. Yeah. That's a commitment I've got to you. So we can just chop it up, and any questions, any ideas and shit that I can come up with that make that work, I'm keen to support you with that. If you're inviting me to be a speaker at the event, I'm accepting that invitation. I'd more than happy.
Yeah, that's yes.
You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, we can build on that, man. We can definitely build on that after we get through this, man, and just look at what you've got in place so far, what the vision is, and then I'll just see based on my experience, some of the directions that you could be going in, man, and make it work. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen. So but just to take
this is one of those things. This is one of those things where we're not asking. I know if I don't do it, they're gonna do it, and if they do it, they're not gonna look out for us the way that I want to have us looked out for. So
got you.
Take advantage of the pandemic and fucking kick the door down.
There you go, man. There you go.